So, you think you're an adventurer? Maybe you've hiked a trail in the States, dodged a squirrel or two? That's adorable, but South Africa? Here, the animals run the show. They're the landlords, the politicians, and the neighbors who will absolutely steal your lunch. Forget those glossy brochures. The real South Africa is wild, unpredictable, and ready to humble you. Americans arrive with their color-coded itineraries and Lion King dreams expecting order. What they get is now, which could mean 5 minutes or next week. The most dangerous thing here isn't a lion but a minibus taxi driver who thinks traffic lights are just suggestions. Our wild side isn't just about the big five. It's about highways that turn to gravel without warning, directions that are confidently wrong, and monkeys that run a sunglasses-stealing syndicate. This isn't a vacation, it's a character-building exercise. Pack your sense of humor. You'll need it more than that fancy water bottle. This is not the sanitized, pre-packaged adventure you're used to. This is South Africa. It's wild, it's unpredictable, and it will make you question your life choices. But it'll also give you stories that start with, "So there I was, arguing with a baboon over a bag of chips." And isn't that what real travel is all about? Welcome to the adventure. Let's talk safari. You expect a live-action National Geographic special. Lions on the hunt, drama at every turn. Here's the truth, lions are the laziest creatures alive. They nap for hours, barely moving, while you squint through binoculars at what looks like a beige rug. Your guide will whisper, "Magnificent male lion." You'll take 100 photos of a sleeping cat and pretend it's majestic. Spoiler, it's just a cat, and it's better at napping than you'll ever be. The safari is a masterclass in patience. You'll see impala, so many impala you'll stop taking pictures after the first hour. Your guide will point out a dung beetle and call it one of the little five, just to keep your spirits up. You'll nod, pretending to care about a bug rolling poop, while silently begging for something to happen. Then, just as you're about to give up, a giraffe might cross the road, or a zebra herd might dazzle you. If you're lucky, the lion will yawn, roll over, and go back to sleep. That's the magic. It's not about the action, but the anticipation. The safari is about the quiet beauty of the bush and the anticlimactic reality of its most famous residents. It's the world's most expensive lesson in patience, and somehow, you'll love every minute of it. Welcome to the real safari. Elephants. Majestic, intelligent, and the world's most inconsiderate roommates. In South Africa, you don't just see elephants, you share the world with them. They'll block the road for an hour to scratch an itch, and you'll just sit there feeling very small. I once saw an elephant dismantle a tree, a fence, and a water pipe for a snack, leaving a camp dry and a crowd of thirsty tourists. Did the elephant care? Not at all. Their size is humbling, especially when one inspects your car, nudging your mirror with a trunk that feels like a wrecking ball. You're supposed to stay calm, but it's impossible when a creature the size of a bus is eyeing your rental. But then you watch a herd interact, protecting their young, communicating in rumbles, showing intelligence in their ancient eyes. You realize they're not just animals, they're a society, reminding you who's really in charge. Admire the elephants, but do it from a respectful and insured distance. In their world, you're just paying rent, and they never apologize for the mess. Africa, savannas, heat, and penguins. On a Cape Town beach, African penguins waddle around in tuxedos, looking like they took a wrong turn at Antarctica. It's surreal. 1 minute Fynbos Mountains, the next a penguin braying like a donkey and glaring at your beachwear. Don't be fooled by their cuteness. These penguins have attitude and zero patience for tourists. They'll stand on a rock and judge your fashion choices with a look that says, "Really? You wore that?" Their lives are a soap opera, noisy arguments, dramatic stares, and plenty of passive-aggressive waddling. Visiting Boulder's Beach is a must. You'll watch them surf, trip, and steal fish from each other. It's a reminder that nature is weird, wonderful, and has a wicked sense of humor. Penguins in Africa? The universe is definitely messing with us. Just be ready for the silent judgment. They know you didn't floss. The South African road trip. A rite of passage and an extreme sport. Forget smooth highways and reliable GPS. Here, the roads are obstacle courses, and the potholes are deep enough to have their own zip codes. You don't drive, you swerve, dodge, and pray your suspension survives. GPS? It'll abandon you in the middle of nowhere, leaving you to ask locals for directions involving Sipho's house with the blue roof, and the third baobab tree. It's charming, confusing, and almost guaranteed to get you lost. Then there's the traffic slow tractors, overloaded backies, and minibus taxis that treat traffic laws as mere suggestions. Taxis will stop anywhere, anytime, for any reason, swerving across lanes like it's a video game. Driving here is wild, unpredictable, and strangely exhilarating. The South African road trip isn't just a journey, it's an adventure. You'll see breathtaking beauty, survive moments of terror, and collect stories you'll never forget. Just remember, if you hit a pothole, check if you're still in the same province. And always, always ask for directions twice. Welcome to the ride. Every culture has its rituals. In South Africa, it's the braai. Don't call it a barbecue. That's like calling the Super Bowl a game of catch. A braai is a day-long event fueled by wood, patience, and plenty of beer. The braai master is in charge. Don't touch his tongs, don't offer advice, just praise his fire-staring skills. The food, boerewors, sosaties, steak, lamb chops, all cooked over open flames for that smoky flavor gas grills can only dream of. Sides matter too. Pap with tomato gravy, potato salad for an army. But the braai is more than food. It's where friends and family gather, talk, laugh, and solve the world's problems. The fire is lit in the afternoon, but you might only eat late at night. The time in between is for stories, jokes, and soaking up the South African way of life. It's about slowing down, enjoying company, and celebrating the simple pleasure of fire-cooked food. If you're invited to a braai, go. Praise the braai master, never call it a barbecue, and prepare to eat your body weight in meat. It's a national religion and you're about to be converted. Just don't ask when the food will be ready. The answer is always, soon, and it's always worth the wait. Meet the locals, baboons, South Africa's original carjackers. These aren't cute zoo monkeys. They're organized, cunning, and have zero respect for your property. At Cape Point, tourists leave a window cracked and the baboons make their move, sliding in, grabbing snacks, and sometimes a wallet. They're masters of psychological warfare, flashing their teeth and negotiating terms, your food or your peace. I once saw a baboon walk off with an entire cooler box like a briefcase. The family just watched, helpless. What were they going to do? Argue? Signs say, don't feed the baboons, but they don't need your help. They'll help themselves. They see cars as vending machines and backpacks as treasure chests. Encountering them is humbling, a reminder you're not in control. Always lock your car, hide your food, and never get into a staring contest with a baboon. You will lose. Let's talk about the great white shark. Thanks to Hollywood, the ultimate symbol of terror. Tourists pay big money to cage dive, expecting a heart-pounding encounter. The reality? The water is freezing, the wetsuit is damp, and the crew is chumming the water with fish guts. You shiver in the cage, waiting for jaws to appear. And you wait, and wait. Sharks don't work on a schedule, they might show up or not. If you're lucky, a massive shadow glides by, gives you a cold stare, and disappears. The whole encounter lasts 10 seconds, but it's unforgettable. You emerge from the water, relieved and freezing, with a new respect for nature's most elusive accountant. It's like paying a huge tax for a brief glimpse of greatness. And somehow, it's worth every shiver. Just don't expect the shark to be impressed by you. You're just another tourist in a can. After lazy lions, destructive elephants, judgmental penguins, carjacking baboons, and bone-chilling shark dives, you might wonder, why come to South Africa? Because chaos, unpredictability, and wild beauty make the best stories. This isn't for the faint of heart or the itinerary obsessed. It's for adventurers who know the best memories come from mishaps and surprises. South Africa will challenge and frustrate you, but it'll also thrill you and break your heart with its beauty. You'll meet people with warmth and resilience, and witness nature in its rawest, funniest form. Here, you don't just see the wild, you become part of it. So if you think you've seen it all, you haven't. Come for the adventure, the challenge, and the stories you'll tell forever. Just be ready to be outsmarted by a baboon, ignored by a lion, and judged by a penguin. Your adventure is waiting, brave soul.